God, it never gets old. It never, ever gets old. So we're here. We're live with Super Metroid. I don't know exactly what was up with my internet before. I did a speed test, like, not that long ago, and I was getting, like, 20 megabits down, but then, like, 12 up, and I think 12 is not off from my usual. Which is weird, because 20 is super not on my usual for down. So I'm not entirely sure what is up with that, and I don't know what was making it so weird the past 2 days, but we're here. So let's hop into it, I suppose. I should have checked my controller settings because
The last Metroid is in captivity. The galaxy.
Like I think Super Metroid's controls are like very slightly weird, and I don't remember them. I can probably figure out pretty quickly because I've played this game many times, so I figure I can get back into my muscle memory. I first battled the Metroids on planet Zebes. It was there that I foiled the plans of the space pirate leader, Mother Brain, to use the creatures to attack galactic civilization. This will be the first time I've read this intro in years. I next fought the Metroids on their homeworld, SR-388. I completely eradicated them except for a larva, which after hatching followed me like a confused child. Like me. I personally delivered it to the Galactic Research Station at Ceres, so scientists could study its energy-producing qualities. Is that Ceres? Is it Ceres? I don't remember. I know it's named after an asteroid, which is named after a mythological figure. I don't remember how either of them are pronounced. The scientists' findings were astounding. They discovered that the powers of the Metroid might be harnessed for the good of civilization. I doubt it. I really doubt it. Satisfied that all was well, I left the station to seek a new bounty to hunt. But I had hardly gone beyond the asteroid belt when I picked up a distress signal. Ceres Station was under attack. So one thing that I have enabled, series, okay. One thing I have enabled is I'm playing this on an emulator called BSNES, which has HD Mode 7 support. So anything that is like rotated or scaled is going to be in HD, I suppose. It's not going to have that pixel distortion trying to match the resolution of the SNES. usually I do just shove myself in Ridley's ass and just let myself take damage to speed things up, but I felt like I'd at least try to get the special outcome where he drops the larva if you damage him enough. I couldn't get it, so much for that. Planet Zebus. Here we go. Everything about this game has aged like fine wine, quite honestly. Okay, nearly everything about this game has aged like fine wine, because I sure wish that went faster. And also, honestly, sometimes the momentum can be a little weird. That's sort of what I mean by the momentum being a little weird. It was very floaty in Super Metroid, which I find to be not great. This is another soundtrack that I really need to put on my digital audio player, although I put the 2 other console Prime games. I put Echoes and Corruption on it, and Echoes isn't showing up. I don't know why. The folder's there, and it sees the folder when I go like to the file browse, but if I'm sorting by album, it won't see it, and I don't know why. Alright, certified banger time. Let's go. Actually, I can... get this early. Alright, fine. We're just hitting the item fanfare over and over, forever. Come on, let me up, please. What the hell is that? That wasn't worth it, I'll be honest. Top me up. There we go. Oh my god, I'm so good at this. You like the strat? You like these strats? Like my ultimate move? There we go. I keep slamming stuff into my desk. There's the new bridge. So named because people keep having no idea what to do because they don't know about the run button. Oh, I gotta wait for that guy to come back around. There we go. I don't understand why that's the lock for that door. Is just that one, I think they're called Novas. Is just that one, just kill it and you're fine. I don't know. That was probably the cleanest I've done that in quite a while. I also have not played vanilla Super Metroid in also quite a while. And now I'm orange. I forgot how uneventful that room was. Yeah, I'm cool. Oh god, oh no. I take it back. I think, if I remember correctly, I go back down. No, I know where I go. Yeah. Actually, no wait, I think I can go back down. That's another way forward. I go this way. And then back to the central room of warfare. I'm too cool to go the normal way. I gotta go the weird way. I gotta go the way that flexes my abilities. Because I can't do the actual cool tricks in this game. So I just do the silly ones that don't matter. now I can go back up the shaft I fell down. You know, the last time I actually played Super Metroid Vanilla was before Metroid Dread came out, and now I'm starting to see all of the places where they use the same tricks. Please let me out. Don't do that. Like, that, like, shaft you fall down that you can only get back up after you get the ice beam is an example of the game locking the door behind you so that you have to progress forward. And you can't just, like, give up and have an entire planet to search. Instead of, like, actually, like, finding the way forward that's in your immediate vicinity. And something else I noticed, like, literally now, this playthrough, is I always felt that it was weird that the way to the speed booster, which is a required upgrade, is behind an untelegraphed hidden block. But it is telegraphed because it puts enemies on the ceiling that you're going to shoot at, and you will most likely hit that block and destroy it, which Dread also does early on in the game, as a required progression, breaking a hidden block, quote-unquote hidden. And now that I have that sort of perspective, I think that's rather interesting. I still am not entirely sure how I feel about that, I guess, approach? Would that be the word for what I'm thinking? Sort of tangential to that thought is I have watched a few videos on game design, and I have myself designed some game, and I have heard people voice the thought that for something, like if you have a game which has secrets, telegraphing them makes them not secrets because they are not hidden. That's not the room I thought it was. I think that is a very narrow view of what a secret can be and what can count as hidden. Especially because a lot of my level design knowledge, I've like, I say studied. I've played a lot of Metroidvanias, although I do sort of do like critical play in the same way that one would do like critical listening, as opposed to listening just like super casually. I've done critical play of these sorts of games, specifically as research at times. And so I've learned most this, despite learning about Metroidvania level design quite a bit. I've, for the most part, learned what I know about level design basically from the classic Doom modding playbook, and they do have like pretty strict, what feels like, well, not strict either, but like there are conventions as to how specifically to telegraph secrets, to the point where if you do telegraphs and there's no secret there, that's bad form. A good secret is something that rewards critical thought, exploration, and observation of the environment and mechanics. Yes, so telegraphing would be rewarding observation of the environment. Because how can you call observation if there's nothing to find? Yes, since you can make the connections, if something random like, oh, this wall, just like all the other walls, randomly lets you break it, doesn't reward intellect. Yes. Oh, which way do I want to go now? I mean, I know the way for the critical path, but which way do I want to go? I could make my way back to the other entrance to Brinstar, the eastern one, and there's some stuff I can get there. But I'm wondering if I'll also be back there at another point and can get that stuff. Yeah, I'll go now. So one question we have begged, though, is the question of, like, how much telegraphing is enough and how much is too much. Yeah, it's definitely going to depend. Like, one way to one like convention to telegraph a secret in Doom mapping is to have a different texture on a wall. That happens a lot. I don't know if you realize that. That games have textures that change. So when a texture change is indicative of a secret is very dependent on the context of the rest of the level and how it treats its textures. God damn, I thought I knew what was here, but I guess not. Things somewhat unique but in logic, sounds of nearby things, dialogue that would allude to item usage, can't get broad. Yeah. It's a very complicated problem, but I think we can agree that the answer is not any telegraph bad and not secret. And we can honestly get as nebulous with what a telegraph is. Like, the fact that this room is only half the width of the screen normally is a telegraph. Even though, like, there was nothing about the part of the wall that you could bomb that was itself suspicious, the layout of the room itself implied something. And we can additionally take it with Super Metroid, where, like, because of the item, the X-ray scope, where you can just hold a button and see what blocks you can destroy, telegraphing can be broader, unneeded. Like, I also know for a fact that that's a pit that I can fall down, and I'd have to take the long way back. That's boring, and I don't want to do that. And now, I can head back down to Norfair, and I'll feel good about it. God damn it. There we go. I don't know why I got lost. And also, speaking of game design, and particularly Metroid game design, or Metroidvania world design, I suppose. There's different kinds of non-linearity. And I think that, well, there can be certainly a use in distinguishing the two, but I feel like too much emphasis can be placed by some people in the kind of nonlinearity where you are given multiple routes that all are valid, as opposed to the kind of nonlinearity where the player must I can't do this yet, never mind. The player must make choices and explore, but there is a right option. Like, in Metroidvanias, typically there is one order you get the items, and that is it. That is all you get. But it's also not a bad thing. And the same can be said of like Zelda games and Zelda dungeons. I've just watched like nearly every episode of Boss Keys that Mark Brown did, where he breaks down first Zelda and then Metroidvania world design. And it's hard to put this into words. You can make a world which is non-linear in the sense not that you can like get multiple keys and use them in multiple doors at a time, but rather in that your path through the space is obscured and non-obvious. And crucially, is not one straight line. And the Mark Brown especially sort of treats non-linearity in the sense of the player being able to make those sorts of choices. So it treats it as like a binary make the dungeon better switch, which is not necessarily the case. Like those choices can be completely trivial or even harm the dungeon and make the progression, I would say, less satisfying in some ways if it is done in a not very careful way. Because there is most certainly something that is very, to me very, like, off-putting, perhaps, about getting a key to make progress in the game only to be met with basically immediately another lock because they didn't also do the other thing. It feels very inconvenient. Levels of progression allows, in general, for the designer to craft encounters in areas, including as such. Well, that's not necessarily a factor of linear level design as much as it is more a factor of authored level design, which comes into play a lot in modern games that really, really heavily use procedural generation. That is true, you did say that before I finished my spiel. Medalist death in video games. Online design works well when it allows someone to make a decision that impacts their experience in a meaningful way, like discovering a good weapon or a useful tool. Yes, I think that I can agree with that. I think it is also not the only benefit of non-linear, or not the only way to have non-linear design be beneficial. There are times where simply the quality of being open enhances a game, but it is not a cure-all either. Fuck. Shit. God damn it. Yeah, nothing is universal, definitely. God, why is it so hard this time? Why did I get it? Why did I nearly get it my first try? Yeah, nothing is universal. Everything in game design is a tool, and those tools can be used well or poorly. Just like any creative work. There are a lot of people who think that dice rolls should not exist in an action combat setting like Morrowind, so they don't like that they are not hitting enemies despite models colliding. I mean, I can see both sides of that argument, and I think that dice rolls can exist in some ways while not existing in others. Like, I agree with both the view that what you see should be what the game functions on, because what you can see is all that exists, really. Like, your sight is really, your sight and your hearing are like the only senses represented in video games at current. So, like, to basically betray 50% of your experience of the world is not exactly a fair trade. But the world is random. Things do happen for very complicated reasons that the human mind does not have the bandwidth to really understand. Yeah, Solution probably is better animations, as certainly part of it. Although, I can see that also forming a metagame as well. Because, like, for real, the animation for a blow missing or getting parried is not going to only start to differ the frame that your attack fails to land. So there's going to be opportunities for reading that and sort of playing the game around that, which can either be seen as a skill or as a way in which the game is not, or rather, what am I trying to say? Learning that metagame can be seen as a skill by some and as a way to circumvent the game's challenge by others. Which sort of is itself what a metagame is. That's because those games were stat-based and rewarded investing into stats, and basically that got stripped away. I do think that sort of game deserves to exist. Yes. You are right. That deserves to exist. And I quite enjoy games that are much like that. But there is also, in those games that play like that, which I enjoy, there is an additional layer of abstraction between the actions of the player and the result of their dice rolls. Like, the game I'm thinking of, which I should play on stream at some point, I would love to, it's just a huge investment to play, is I'm thinking particularly of Might and Magic 6, The Mandate of Heaven, where you get dice roll combat. It is very, very heavily based in D&D rule sets, including dice rolls for the results of all your interactions in terms of combat. But you don't get first-person animations. You get a sound that plays in tandem with the attack occurring, and that sound is dependent on the result of the dice roll. And then you get also a little flavor text of saying how much damage you did to which enemy. I think removing that layer of abstraction is where you get that dissonance, where the things which you're experiencing as an observer and a player are not matching what is happening within the world around you. I need to, I think, move my model very, very slightly. There we go. I like that a lot better. Anyway, time to not use the X-ray scope I just got, because I don't need it for most things. I certainly don't need it for all the items that I usually get. If I was going for 100%, I might need it again, but I don't think I will be. All this talk of game design has got me thinking. I already posted the poll on Twitter a while ago now, and I got a result. It was a result of one vote, so I don't know how exactly I feel about it, but I did post a poll on Twitter about, like, if I should stream, essentially, like, if I should do development streams, particularly in, I have two projects, but I was thinking of doing one in particular. Two projects in that are Doom mods that I would like to work on stream, and I do want to do that. And really what I want is to just work on them at all, but much like getting a bunch of games off my backlog and doing a bunch of series replays that I wanted to do became streams, I want to do it as a stream as like an excuse to start. Because as a bit of an accountability buddy situation of like, it's one thing to just have what's the word I'm looking for? A hankering, I suppose, to start a project, and it's another thing to have people hold you accountable in some way to starting that project. I mean, I've started these Doom projects, and I just want to start continuing them, I suppose. What's like about stat-based systems is that it serves to show skill variance between entities. A novice and master at evasion should behave differently, etc. Yes, you are right about that. Although at the same time, while I will agree with you that games like this should exist, there are spaces for that type of gameplay, and there are spaces that are hindered by that type of gameplay. And it does, in part, it depends on the experience that the developer wants to give to the player, and by in part, I mean mostly. Approximately like 90% at least depends on what the dev wants the player to feel and do. But I feel like the developer intentions are not necessarily the end-all be-all. I feel like I've missed something somewhere. I don't have the wave beam. How did I... A, how did I miss that? B, I don't remember where it is. No, I do remember. Fuck, how did I miss that? Alright, time to respond to your message that I saw earlier, but I was too busy fighting Fantoon to answer. Too busy fighting Fantoon and really confused about why I don't have the wave beam. I know they're niche, however, or from software games, not so much anymore. They receive reasonable success. I think there's a market if it's budgeted accordingly. They are niche and there is a market, and being niche is not a thing that is bad for games to be. But my own point stands that not every game would benefit from systems like those. And some games would be hindered by systems like those. Not everything needs to be a Souls-like. I know that we're not exactly talking about Souls games, but you mentioned FromSoft. Not every game needs to be a Souls-like. And I'm actually somewhat nervous about East 10 because of that. Because of the interviews that the president of Falcom has given so far, where he's talking about taking inspiration from the Souls games. I'm like, what does that mean? What do you mean by that? Is you're bad at them? I am, but that's not why. I'm bad at lots of games that I like. Oh, cool noises. I really need to go back and get the wave beam. I don't know how I missed that. It's been so long since I last played Super Metroid that I forgot to get the wave beam when I usually do. Oops, I punched my microphone. Purple. Okay, now time to take a massive detour. Nordic Souls, God. Yeah, when they say that they're taking inspiration from Souls games, I don't know what exactly they mean, because I'm not sure what exactly there is left in Souls games to take inspiration from that the games don't already do. Unless it's something like really obscure that the Souls games do that East doesn't. Or just being harder, which is kind of a cop-out and sucks. Narrative? I suppose that would definitely fall under something more obscure that the Souls games do. Like, I feel like it's a well-known trait of the Souls games to fans of the Souls games, but not to onlookers. And it's also rather contrary to how Falcom has told their stories thus far. Yeah, onlookers people not in the in-group would definitely see the Souls games more as storyless. Which actually somewhat describes the first two East games. Or at least the very first East game, not the remakes of it. But like, the way that the very, very first East game and its original incarnations was structured. Like, you are guided to places where you can progress through the game. And story events happen, some of which are even explained to you. But certainly not everything, not even close to everything. Wave beam, wave beam, wave beam. I know where it is. Or at least how to get there. Vivia's mysteries, yeah. And that's something I really loved about how the first East game was presented. is that exactly what happened to Ys was a mystery. You hardly even knew what it was besides some utopia that vanished. Hell, actually, these games, even still, are very much framed as mysteries to solve. Well, I guess they're framed as much as mysteries as any other JRPG is framed as a mystery, because that's a fairly common approach. Although that's also pretty common in most games with stories more complex than a Call of Duty. Or, you know, maybe it isn't. Maybe I just lied. I don't know. God, that's so much better. Instantly. I just instantly feel better just grabbing it. Oh. Elden Ring does a lot of it, more so than older games, mostly because it seems People have been piecing together theories relevance to the plot. They sure have. I don't know where to go with that. Oh, I completely skipped a line. That's why I don't know where to go with that. The site is named once ever, and people have been. Yeah. FromSoft fans are wild. But then again, I am part of the fandom that is currently in the process of reconstructing a conlang used twice. Or some times. Some small number of times in one game out of a series. So who am I to talk about fans being wild? No, maybe I'll end stream with today's Chozordle, I don't know. That would be pretty funny, I think. Architecture styles repeat that the world makes attacks. Yeah. Yeah, giving people just enough breadcrumbs to start piecing it all together. Hell, actually, that exact thing happens with people deciphering the Chozo language as well. That's the wrong button. Actually, I didn't even mean to press any fucking button there. Cool. Because, like, something that people did really early on is decoding the, well, I don't know about early on, but one thing that people did do is decoding the Chozo alphabet, which is now leading them to find words written in Chozo all over the game in the alphabet, and that's adding on to the lexicon, the dictionary that people have made for the conlang. Nintendo says, I don't remember Nintendo saying the Skyward Sword script can never get cracked, and then I don't remember some guy doing it in a week. But that's also definitely a danger to take into account when making any sort of like script language like that, is that if it is just like a coded English alphabet, it's a matter of time. Actually, if it's a coded version of any extant alphabet, it's a matter of time. Because that's precisely what Chozo is just an alphabet. An English one, no less. In fact, there's people who say that it's not even a real conlang because it basically, all that Mercury Steam did is take English and have the words different. The grammar is the same. The sentence word order is the same. Even things that are like very much depend on the language are all the same. It is just take English, replace words. Which is what allowed people to very, very quickly build a, not just a dictionary glossary, but like actually yes, just a dictionary glossary. That people build that very, very fast because there was no new structure to the code at all. A Discord server I'm in just added like a thread to the hobbies channel for linguistics, and I should start talking about Chozo there. Or actually, even just start speaking in Chozo there. That'd be cool. That'd be really funny. Unfortunately, because it's a conlang used once in one game for a small handful of conversations, the glossary of terms is very limited in scope and very particular in what words there are. Like, you get a word for bioweapon, but not for speak. One of the greatest quick kills in gaming. Although not even the greatest quick kill in Metroid. For real. Actually, you know what it might be? That might be the best one. Come on. Fuck. You know, we're actually getting quite close to finished with this game. I think I might go and pick up the spring ball. Potentially. Yeah, I probably will, just because it'll be a nice convenience. And it's not a huge detour either. Fun fact, this guy is called Shaq Tool. That's my fun fact. He's chill. He destroyed the dirt. Yep. He's a cool dude who punched dirt. Minecraft Steve. Minecraft Shaq Tool. Spring ball. And now I can just head back out. We're gonna go back to Norfair. Oh wait, I can't do that because save rooms are fucked up like that. Wait, yeah, I go down here. Can I do that? Nope, I guess not. Never mind, I lied. I don't go down there. That's actually against the law. Oh my god, my speedrun's being ruined. Absolutely rude. I can't believe this. Fuck. Yeah, hold on, I gotta get this item. The battle can wait. There it is. The Metroid item. Actually, I don't think that is even the way I should be going. Is it this way? Yes, it is. Actually, I don't want to go this way either. Oh yeah, a new JoJo part did start. I didn't know the protagonist's name was Jodio. But also that kind of makes sense because I have not actually been following JoJo for a long time since I was in university and before I graduated university at that. Like, I didn't realize JoJolion even had an antagonist until it ended. And I heard that it ends like, man, last time I checked on that series, we didn't even know who we were up against in JoJolion. And I've only been seeing anything about the JoJo Land, or the JoJo Lands, I don't know if it's singular or plural, because like 1 or 2 people post about it in the Discord server I'm in. And one thing that I did see is a tagline that went along with and some JoJo Land's artwork. The tagline that went along with it was "Soshite Toki wa gokidasu," which is the thing that Dios notably says when the flow of time returns to normal. So that plus the protagonist being named Jodio. Oh. Things mean things. Also, apparently, first chapter, 70 pages. Also, I need super missiles right now. Oh my god. Please. Hello? I'm actually in desperate need of super missiles. I've never needed super missiles here before. Okay, I have 1. That's all I need. Or the minimum I need. I remember when the golden powers were like the biggest fucking pain to fight in the universe. And then I figured out that, oh, like a charge shot and 1 normal shot from behind will kill them. Just gotta farm a little bit. Good enough for me. Whew. And now, with Ridley dead, we can go to Turian and complete the game. There is, though, just a little tiny bit of cleanup that I want to do on the path there. Not like a lot, but a decent chunk. Ow. Didn't mean to go that far, but at least now the room's gonna be lit again. Okie dokie. And we're back to the surface. I wanted to shine spark through it, but I guess not in the cards. Here's a thing. The ability to enable and disable items in this game, very useful for climbing up the Red Brinstar Tower, because otherwise Screw Attack would break most of these blocks and kill these rippers. So it would make breaking this block at the top unnecessarily difficult. And of course there's the side effect of the murder beam as well. Most of the time when I do this area, which I think is called the Gauntlet in like casual in like speedrun lingo, they call this area the Gauntlet. Most of the time when I do it with no Screw Attack. I use bombs instead, and it's sure nice to do it the way that it was intended. We hit a bit of a network snag. I'm impressed given how my internet was when I was testing it, that it held out for this long without doing this. Of course, it's right when I'm about to finish the game as well. Perfect. Alright, looks like it's stabilized a little bit, so I think it's pretty safe to keep going. Very interesting. It literally just cut out. And now, perfectly fine. I guess it just had to throw up a bit to feel better. I feel that. I see that actually we are not safe from network issues. Entirely, anyway. I just want to make sure that my network's gonna remain stable, which I don't know if it will. What the hell has been going on lately? I think we're back. I think we're stable for now. I know that it is poor form to stream on Wi-Fi. Fuck! But I don't get a choice. My house isn't wired for Ethernet. Even if I was on a wired connection, it'd be to a Wi-Fi dongle. Yeah, this is not... It's not looking good. I'm surprised that given how my internet was the past 2 days, it took until now for the stream to start kicking the bucket. I guess we'll just keep going. We're right at the doorstep of the end. Can't let some buffering keep us down. Fuck. Well, we did it. I did it. You couldn't see me do it. But rest assured, if that bit didn't make it through, I did save the animals. That's the important part. And with that, I'm probably not going to give the stream much more. Now that I'm reconnected, I can actually say, and you'll hear me when I say, I'm just gonna call it before the credits finish rolling, just because this connection issue is too awful. And I'm glad it happened now instead of at the beginning, but it sucks that it happened now. So I'm just gonna call it. We did the game, we finished it, and that's good enough for me. I think... Actually, I think the credits might just be over anyway, so... Might as well just let it play out, get our percentage, and be done with that. $66, not bad. Yeah, I'm calling it. We're done. Stream over. There's not even any more of the game. So, fuck the internet, and fuck this connection. We'll be back Friday.